What's going on, everybody? Hey. Thank you guys for hopping on. So I am going to be going live here with the founder of Alitura. It's a brand that I'm affiliated with. They do face care and anything topical related health care for your skin, for your face, everything like that. So in a little bit here, we'll have Andy joining us here shortly. What's going on, Jake? Karen, how's it going? Sorry for the slow get up here, guys. What's up, Jake? Miss you, bro. Hey, got Alitura's on here. Let's see if that invite went through. Shoot that again. Hey.
What's going on? How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Andy?
I'm good. Hey, where are you based out of?
I'm based out of here in Playa del Rey. It's so kind of like the beach cities of Los Angeles.
Yeah. I mean, so that's geez, I'm trying to figure out who I know over there. That's a beautiful area. Beautiful area. Right on. Yeah, I lived in LA for 16 years. I was over in Glendale, North Hollywood, Toluca Lake.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
That's cool. Right on. Nice to meet you, man. Appreciate
Nice to meet you as well. Honestly, it's quite an honor for me. I've listened to you quite a bit on the Dave Asprey podcast, and actually, he's the one who inspired me to try your products out. And honestly, it wasn't just me that you had to get on board. It was also my fiance. And
cool.
After the first try, she was like, "Maybe you should order another round of those products." So you definitely did a good job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, it's been a wild, beautiful ride. Obviously, with Cyber Week going on right now, it's been a little crazy, but I mean, it's a good thing I love this. You know, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Skincare is such an impactful part of my daily routine, but also, I mean, important part of my daily routine, but also just helping people just feel better about what they see. It's through the products, through diet, health, wellness, nutrition, you name it. Man, if we can, I'm not really sure what you do for a living or but I can't wait to find out. But I'm saying, man, it's just combining both, and it's just like it's a total win-win. Just being able to make products that are I believe to be as clean as I can make them, and then also just having them and affect people from all around the world positively, and just in an effort to just feel better about themselves. It's the most, I love what I do, man. So thank you for even believing in the products in the first place, and your fiance as well. So it's awesome.
Yeah, no, thank you for producing such great products and so clean products at that as well. And so a little bit about me. So I have a podcast. It's the Elemental Evan Show. I'm a health coach, and then I also do yoga and breath work. So a certified yoga teacher as well. And I know, so I'm really not affiliated with many people, and you're one of them. And the reason is because I really want to make sure that it's a product I enjoy a lot before I start promoting it, and it's just that. But I know that as a health coach, people are sometimes like, why the skincare? But it's like, people don't understand that skin is the largest organ, right? And anything you're putting on your skin is pretty much just as important as what you're putting in your mouth. So it's a really huge thing that is starting to become a little bit more well-known. And also, being that, like in the culture of men and stuff, it's kind of like, skincare isn't really so common. So breaking that down and realizing like, hey guys, it's not just about like the cosmetic portion of it, but rather like also your health.
Absolutely. I mean, there are, Dr. Anthony Gustin I was on his podcast. There's a study that women leave the house with over 200 chemicals, many of them being government recognized carcinogens daily.
Wow.
When you really think about that though, deodorant, hairspray, shampoo, makeup, lipstick, I mean, that may be I need to get that study, but that's scary. If you're gonna, to each their own as far as wearing makeup and however you want to present yourself, but I just, man, that's my mission is to make common products, common personal care products, as clean as I can make them from the earth. You know, I mean, I feel like it may cost a little bit more. Who cares? I mean, it may take a little bit longer. Doesn't matter. I love what I do. As far as just making products as pure as you can. I mean, that your skin's your largest organ. Whatever you rub on top of them or put on top of them, that close, especially hair products as well. I think that close to the brain. Sure, it's theory, but I feel like it's that close to your scalp, that close to your brain. It's rubbing in daily. I don't want to mention any big names, but like it's so important. And luckily, I mean, that's my industry. I mean, it's green beauty, health, wellness, cosmetics, hair care, skincare. It's advanced big. I mean, there's so many good brands out now.
Yeah.
Audacity, Osea, Amorigiani, Primally Pure, Primal Life. I mean, yeah, there's some, I think I'm missing another one. But yeah, there's some really, really good brands. But initially, when I first started this, there weren't any. There was always some type of hole in the ingredient deck of like a product that I was interested in. So that's really what got me into, well, you know, it's like breaking it down, isolating certain ingredients, ordering them to my little dingy apartment, and then just starting to kind of use myself as my biggest science experiment. It became a total creative outlet for me. And I started to see results that definitely impacted me and obviously led to years down the road to where we are now. But I had no intention to ever start a business or a skincare line. Never thought I'd be. Matter of fact, I hid it for a while. You know what I mean? For my roommates and my friends, just because every Sunday night I would do a little clay mask and kind of run into the bathroom, run out, apply it, and then let it dry, go in, shower up real quick. Hopefully nobody saw it, but I never knew, you know, it would be where it is down the road. But the thing is, we all like to look good, feel good. You know, when you leave the house, you're confident and feeling your best. You're going to just create a better energy, a better frequency, a ripple effect to everybody you meet personally and professionally. And so that's a big why for me, in addition to just making everybody feel, I mean, specifically a big why for me were my sisters and mother. Just they look so beautiful without wearing makeup. And so I just felt like, and you know, teach their own. Like I said before, if you want to wear makeup, I just feel like let's do our best to make the products that we're, you know, applying as clean as possible. So just that comes through education, comes through making them and just pointing, you know, kind of like that old Men's Health magazine where they like, eat this, not that.
Right.
Just you know, just that's all we want to do is gently encourage other people that, you know, it's so important internally on your endocrine system, at a hormonal level, especially when you're growing into your body, as well as mental health, is, you know, also with things like acne, teenagers growing into their bodies. It's just, yeah, I'm fascinated with this industry, and
yeah.
No,
it's that's impactful. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, also, I mean, I think you're a living example of the efficacy of your products. I mean, I think it was your birthday here recently, right? You just turned 40.
Yeah, I'm 40, big 40.
Yeah. Hey, happy birthday, man! Big time. You're looking incredible.
Thank you. I mean, I'm grateful. I mean, I'm just grateful to be alive. I mean, I just you know, as you know, just with technology and more as research grows and year after year, there's just so many, you know, now I'm getting into peptides, obviously skincare and supplementation were integral in the beginning stages of my recovery. But that's the big thing that it really got me into this and kind of accelerated that exponentially as far as at an interest level, more so than even when I was an athlete, just because I feel that the knowledge has grown as far as, you know, things, peptides, recovery, sleep, all the devices. I mean, I have the Happy, Brain Tap, Juve Red Light right here, Therasage. I mean, just ways to just, you know, just change the oil at a cellular level, meaning like things like sauna, blood work, IVs, nutraceuticals. I mean, just from ozone to shower filters, it's just grown. And so basically what I'm saying is it's when we're, you know, who knows, in another 40 years, who knows what there's going to be out there as far as just, you know, I'm not anti-aging. I'm not worried about that. I want to feel my best, and want to age gracefully. And I'm just lucky to be alive. I don't know too many people survive. You know, I'm very, very, I have a high perspective on life.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, when you were on the Dave Asprey podcast, did he ask you how long you were expecting to live till?
Did he didn't, but I know for a fact it's 140 for me.
Awesome.
I mean, that's just what I've said, but I mean, that may change.
Right.
Who knows? But I mean, that's the first thing. It's like, oh, you know, I'm definitely not scared of saying my age. I've just, you know, every day is a blessing, dude.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So, so I'm like, I can't 40. I'm like, dude, I feel great. You know, I'm like, I can't wait to be 140. So that's I guess the goal right now. But yeah, day by day. What about you? What are you looking to extend to age wise? What do you know?
Well, at the moment, I always say I'm going to be living till 120 at a minimum. But I was asking you because a lot of the other guest speakers were always saying, like, you know, it's more about the life to your years rather than years to your life kind of deal.
Yeah.
And that's obviously super true. But then again, I mean, I kind of want to live a long life, you know?
I know.
Yeah.
I agree.
But,
I understand both of those. So
yeah.
You can do both. Why not do both? Yeah.
Absolutely. And then that's really awesome too, that you kind of approach the whole fitness background as well, like playing sport. I'm sure I see some baseball bats behind you, so I'm sure you played baseball. And no, just having you know, I look back into my high school years, and it's like if we had a lot of this biohacking tech at that time, you know, oh man, and also the knowledge on everything and the food, it would have been game changer really. But it's good to know about it at least now.
Right. I mean, I go back to my high school. They have this underground, like a better gym than I would say that we had at UC Berkeley. At the time, that was a Pac-10 school. Now it's Pac-12. Yeah, I mean, Palo Alto High School. It's crazy. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the technology, the devices available to hitters. I mean, yeah, I did play baseball for 22 years.
Oh wow,
that was my life. Yeah, that was my life. Yeah, I went to Berkeley, Sac State, finished up at St. Mary's.
Hey, nice.
Three
UC
Division I
Davis over
schools
here.
in 4 years. What's that?
UC Davis over here.
Oh, really?
So in that general area, yeah.
Oh, we played you guys.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. Well, the crosstown rivalry between Sac State and UC
Sac
Davis.
State.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm not going to tell you what I did to you guys.
I'm sure it was dirty, but it's good. It's good.
It was a good game. No, my sisters went to UC Davis.
Nice. Yeah. Great school.
Yeah. What'd you major in?
International relations.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
good stuff.
Yeah. So
very cool. Sorry, I know we're going on all these tangents, but one of my big questions for you, because this is a product that I'm actually going to be ordering like right when we get off of this call, and that's the Revitalize. So I was really interested to see that you actually had something that you could ingest as opposed to just like topical. And so I mean, I've already kind of read about it a bit, but I mean, is it mainly targeted for skin health, or is this more of just like an overall body wellness?
No, it's an overall vitality tonic. I mean, when I had my jaw wired shut, I met with 3 different Chinese herbalists in Los Angeles: Raw Tea Garden, Truth Calkins, Crosby Ware, and 4. So Sage Dammers as well.
Oh wow!
And so what I did is I just picked their brains. And just with my jaw wired shut, you know, no teeth or anything like that, I just wanted to know how to build myself back at a cellular level through adaptogenic herbs, medicinal mushrooms, Ayurvedic herbs, amino acids, you name it. I was down and out. And just really like a shell of myself, just because of the x-rays, CT scans, antibiotics, painkillers, and just as well as, you know, I was just in a fog, you know, and lost 17 pounds. I didn't really have much weight to lose in the first place. So I was just gangly, but I wanted to get myself back. And so I really feel like building your blood with things like Hoshu Wu, Gynostemma, Ashwagandha, Chaga, Reishi, Spirulina, Shizandra. And then the flowing agent, so to speak, is leucine, an amino acid, which helps with the absorption in the first place. That was but I never, basically, so in my research, I created this morning tonic that I would blend. I'm talking deer placenta, egg yolks, bison liver, ashwagandha. I mean, and pretty much everything that's in that tonic. Yeah. But I also had what else did I have? I got some. I had a lot more. But what I did was I nailed it down to the main components of that tonic that helped with that circulation and that reducing of inflammation. Things like turmeric, little black pepper in there. the curcumin extract to just help, alleviate my pain just over time
Right.
at a cellular level. So that's what that, but it tasted, it was brutal. So we just encapsulated that. And it's a really, that product's very special to me. I didn't have any intention to get into supplements, but I'm going to, I'm fascinated with them. But I want to make sure if I can make something, that may be down the road. Maybe I should stick to skincare for right now, but I'm very, very passionate about it, and I'm young, so maybe later on down the road. But yeah, I feel like building your blood and reducing that inflammation, and then things like ashwagandha can kind of mitigate some of the stressors in our life. I feel like that, you feed it from the inside. You build that blood, circulate it from head to toe, and then you cleanse that blood with things like saunas, clay mask for the face, hair, wherever you want to apply that. But so the revitalize, it's more of like that's what got me back to myself, right? Shortly after my ICU visit. So that's what that supplement is. But it's pretty much internally and then externally with the skincare products that you apply topically. I just feel like that just builds yourself from head to toe and leads to just cleaner blood, which I feel like overall can lead to a better complexion.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And then, so I know you also had a bit of scarring as well on your face. Is that correct? After your accident?
Absolutely.
Okay. And what? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm telling you, that thing used to be 3 times that size, but it really did.
Okay.
It was just and it took forever. Obviously, that was in 2011, but it's got the stitches out. You let it heal, and then you kind of spot treat that area with what's now the clay mask. But at that time, I just wanted to create a lot of blood flow to that area and then nourish that area after exfoliating, just in a healing aspect with a little paste, which is now my night cream. So that's just pretty much, I stayed on top of that routine and just would go on walks at night after the sun went down, so it wouldn't bake in my scarring or abrasions, and just get some circulation, some movement from head to toe. I just had very specific steps that I was going to take as far as a routine to get back in a goal to be in better shape than I was before the accident. And I feel like I did that. And so I just wanted to stay consistent with that lifestyle, that recovery lifestyle for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just things like it that I was really down and out, unrecognizable, teeth were gone. And then mentally, I didn't know what I was going to do for my career, but I was, it's one of those things I figured it would work itself out down the road. I'm just, gratitude can lead to a lot, and work ethic can too as well. So it's just, it's been a pretty wild ride so far. So I'm grateful for it.
No, that's beautiful. I was kind of asking you about the scarring because my mom had some surgery actually like right on her face for some cells that were cancerous.
Right.
And so when they had that removed, they had like a pretty good scar going down her face. It's healed up mostly, but I was just kind of like wanting to pick your brain a little bit on what you did specifically for your scarring. So it sounds like that clay mask is a big one. And the dermal rolling as well. Did you use that?
Yeah. And another thing though too is taking the derma roller. How's her scar right now?
It's doing much better. I mean, I know she obviously uses some makeup to kind of cover it up, but and it is still visible, but it has healed up largely.
Is it under a year?
No, it's over a year.
Over a year?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think there's something we could do as far as I would do gold serum. I'm going to send some to you as far as just a derma roller to roll the gold serum into the skin, past the epidermis. You know what I mean? So it sinks in a little bit deeper. That could help with that. And then a little night cream at night, and then staying out of the sun. It's been over a year, but that it could help at least reduce the appearance of it.
Right.
Yeah. Man, I'm sorry that happened. Yeah, that's.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, scarring. That's one of those things. It while it's still red. I mean, that's and once it gets the same kind of the same color as the rest of your complexion. I mean, it's not much you can do, especially the thicker keloid type scarring. But I mean, if you hit it early enough, there's some pretty amazing ingredients out there. Precaution. I mean, there were 7 government recognized studies on PubMed that I found.
Wow.
I mean, that's in the night cream as well. I mean, I didn't even know that because I just ordered it through a website. I mean, I've really just extremely passionate with just botanicals in the Amazon specifically. Tea, antiroba, butter, cajeput. I mean, there's so many just really rich botanicals in that area all around the world. So,
Yeah.
but just getting testing those is the fun part. But yeah, I mean, that's how I originally sourced Prakashi oil and the butter from a supplier out in the Amazon. But then I wanted to give the story behind that, because I would spot treat that specifically on this area. It was an ingredient in the little paste, which is now the night cream. But that's when I found out about the studies of 7 out of 10 individuals that noticed big time very very much reduced scarring in certain areas, but at a keloid level as well. So if you get it early enough, I strongly feel with the right instruments, things like the derma roller or maybe microneedling, PRP, cold laser could work as well, depending on how bad it is. But yeah, that's the thing is really scar healing that I want to be able to. I want like a specific scar cream that works. That's I mean, just as clean as possible. So that maybe down the road.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Also another thing I wanted to just kind of highlight about Alitura is also largely in the skincare and beauty care products. It's one of the industries that's not super regulated in a lot of ways. And the fact that you have such clean ingredients, it really is what really drew me in. I mean, I also, so like the night cream, which is one of my favorite products that you guys have. I mean, you have like beeswax in here. You have a lot of the bee products. So you even have like royal jelly, and these are things that you don't commonly come across in your random typical skincare products. So in what way are your products very pure and clean, and kind of what made you want to go down that path, aside from like obvious reasons you just want to be a good human being?
Oh, well, I mean, I've always been I've always been interested in ingredients. I would say it started off as a freshman when I was a cow and I had bad back acne. And it was taking a lot of supplements in an effort to gain weight. I was eating dorm food, terrible, high sugar, a lot of wheat, preservatives,
same.
Polyunsaturated fats, you name it. I mean, I didn't care at that time. But then I had very bad back acne. And so it was to the point where I couldn't even turn around and put my jersey on. You know what I mean? My teammates give me a hard time. Ball players are the worst.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I slowly, I was like, man, I got to figure this thing out. And so I visited a Chinese herbalist in Berkeley on Shattuck Avenue, and I found out about certain supplements to just, because I wanted to I was really, really into supplements and, creatine. I was 18 years old, and in an effort to get bigger. I was 168 pounds, and I needed to gain weight to get into the Pac-10 and start competing right away. And so in lifting weights and things like that. But I wanted to, initially early on, I mean, way back with the pre-workouts, the big canisters, the bright language, but there's the red 40, there's the sugar, the preservatives, the chemicals that don't serve you at all.
Right.
And so I from a whole food standpoint, year after year, I really was focusing on the ingredients, what I was putting into my body. I'm talking from a whole food standpoint, not necessarily, intermittent fasting by any means, or ketosis or paleo, nothing, but just whole foods. And then year over year, just purifying that, or fine tuning that. It's grown. It's become a huge passion because I've experienced how it made me feel and look. I mean, and then same thing with personal care products. I mean, I went from bigger name brands to Dove, and I mean, Dove had some like coconut-derived surfactants and only had 5 ingredients. So I started using that from it. So even on my face, and my skin cleared up. And so that was pretty, crippling pimples and zits, and definitely back acne can be. I mean, it went away. And so I was I was 19 years old at that time when I really started to see profound results from the personal care products that I was using, but then also started to feel better about the whole foods I was eating. And so over time, I started, it just, man, I mean, how you feel is you can't even put a word to it. And if you could do that daily, I mean, it's something that I want to continue and stay consistent with at a routine level. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just, and then over time, obviously, you get into certain superfoods and extracts and botanicals, whether it's, internally or externally. It's just finding, it's definitely, it's like a creative outlet for me, not only designing the products and creating them, but just finding out the things that are out there that, leaving no stone unturned, so to speak. Like on my travels, because I love traveling the world, and there are a lot of remedies from Belize to Mexico, Dominican Republic. I mean, just from the people. I mean, once there, I was just in Colombia as well. There are some really, really good. You start to talking with locals and different remedies that they have for certain ailments or conditions, skin conditions, hair, you name it. And that I geek out on that stuff. I love just having those conversations. Sometimes there's a little bit of a language barrier, but I mean, that's a huge passion of mine, is just finding something before, or pouring gas on these remedies that are so effective in these places all around the world. So that's something I want to continue to do. I'm really, really passionate about that.
Oh, that's super cool to hear you talk about that. So kind of raising a few points here for me that I want to hit on. First off, so I love to travel as well. And you spoke about the Amazon and Colombia. So I've been to Colombia a few times. My fiance has family out there. And we went to Puerto Maldonado in Peru, which is in the Amazon. And while out there, like you can do these tours and they'll show you where it's like, oh, okay, so you get cut. Cool. Here's this tree. You take the sap from it, put it on your cut. Not only is it like antimicrobial, antiviral, antibacterial, but then it also helps seal the cut. So then it's like kind of like a Band-Aid. And it's just, the knowledge is insane, and the diversity in plants is crazy.
I did that exact same thing.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
In Belize, I have a video of it too. They said, it's like the inner, almost like the sap, but you get past the bark and just scrape it down. Apparently it has an SPF. I don't know. We'd have to get, the FDA involved on that to, quantify the SPF level on it. But I mean, just, exactly like you said. I mean, as far as antiseptic, bites, bug bites, excuse me. And sometimes you can even tell by the shape of the plant, or in this case, the tree. It had like these sharp points that were sticking out. This is when I was on vacation in Belize specifically, but that was one of just in aloe vera, the spikes. It's like it's fascinating to me, the bitterness in certain medicinal. It's in traditional Chinese medicine. The bitter melon, things like obviously, ginger, turmeric, bitter melon, aloe. The medicine is in those bitter plants. Yeah. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah. Well, and that's a common theme too. They say like the bitter foods are kind of what tend to have a lot of medicinal properties to them. Yeah. And, you take a lot of like the medicinal mushrooms like chaga or reishi. If you ever brew a tea out of that, like there's a bitter component to it for sure.
Oh, especially reishi. I haven't done, but chaga for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, especially if you make it nice and concentrated. A friend of mine gave me just a big chunk of it from Canada, and I'd break that up and make teas with it. But
amazing.
Yeah.
So, and then earlier you had mentioned also your back acne. So what of the products that Alitura has right now would you recommend for someone who's dealing with acne issues?
Face or back?
Let's stick with face for now.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh. So depending on the case, oh man, I mean, our Pearl Cleanser, the colloidal silver, for like an antibacterial aspect, it's amazing. I mean, colloidal silver, I mean, I wanted to use something different than like a harsh foaming surfactant, sodium lauryl sulfate, but also something that's going to cleanse and eat up that bacteria from a breakout standpoint, something you can spot treat. I mean, it has marine collagen in there, has tremella mushroom, so it's a little, which is a high source of hyaluronic acid, excuse me, and then pearl powder as well that helps just mitigate and even out your skin to mitigate sunspots acne scarring. So you're getting a cleansing aspect from the colloidal silver, and some nourishing botanicals from things like jasmine, sandalwood, German chamomile, just to also to soothe the skin, as well as even out the skin tone, just create a really soft over time complexion. So I would cleanse,
Okay.
and then close the pores with a cold rinse, and then if you, depending on the case of acne, I mean, I really, especially if there's a breakout situation, I wouldn't derma roll.
Okay.
I wouldn't use apple cider vinegar right off the bat because it's very stimulating.
Right.
And it's depending on if certain essential oils that work for the skin or not. I have some recommendations for that to kind of deal with some of the aroma of the earthy scent of the clay mask, which I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, the kelp powder can be a little earthy.
Is that what gives it that? Is that what gives it the scent for the clay mask?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because that's clay mask is my favorite mask, but there's definitely the first time we tried, we're like, man, is that the mask?
Yeah,
but it works so well.
Yeah. So the thing is, I understand, but okay. So there are some essential oils: ylang ylang, blood orange, lemongrass. Let's see, what else is a good one? There's a way to add a little aromatherapy to it. You know what I mean? So to take away some of that, the earthiness of that. But I mean, I gotta have kelp powder in there. Vitamin A,
for
CK,
sure.
B12, sodium alginate. It's got like a blue-green kind of algae effect to it. It's just So I would follow with the mask, and over time, we've just seen so many profound results and reviews and I just want to get as many of those as possible. So I mean, if there are some cases out there, believe me, we want to help.
Yeah.
Like that's a big why. But also, and then just following with our moisturizer, I would say, rather than the gold serum, it's a little more stimulating, a little more concentrated with the active ingredients the gold serum is. But our moisturizer's a little more gentle, healing, not overly oily. I mean, the bee products in there, I mean, I'm obsessed with bee products. They're so molecularly complex. Scientists are finding out more and more daily about what they're capable of. I mean, like you said, the pollen, beeswax, obviously honey, propolis, royal jelly. The base of all of our products besides all of our liquid products besides Santal Black and President and the Pearl Cleanser is a combination of the is a combination of the beeswax, honey, propolis, pollen, and royal jelly. Well, royal jelly not in the body lotion, but in the moisturizer as well. Just it's antibacterial, antimicrobial, a little moisturizer. It's so healing, and we don't cook our formulas, so it's nice. I mean, a lot of I mean, especially today, the people that are ordering any of our products. I mean, the lotion. Body lotion, gold serum, moisturizer, and night cream. That was on a hive a couple months ago. I mean,
that's a trip.
Yeah, I know. And so I love that. It's just I mean, would you rather eat fresh food or canned food? I mean, I know it's kind of it's difficult. Well, it's very difficult from a supply chain aspect. I mean, but it's just that hand craftsmanship, the detail, the story you could tell me. And I've been there. I mean, I've put on the bee suit. I've been part of the harvesting process, and it's
so cool.
So much fun, man. Yeah. So that's the story behind the base of the products and how bees, they put so much life into our food, and I just love those little guys. So
Sorry,
I just can't believe it's unfortunate that it takes away that it's not vegan. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean,
But they really are so beneficial. I did a podcast episode on bee products, and just everything they do is like mind blowing. It's crazy. Yeah.
It's they a third of our food supply is generated from bees. I think I heard what's her Carly Stein from Beekeepers Natural, such a sweetheart. But I think I heard her say that once, and I mean they're extremely important.
No, now that you mentioned her, I mean, her Beekeepers Naturals is on point. Beautiful honey there for sure. But yeah, and then also I wanted to ask you, I want to kind of pick your brain. So what
Yeah.
is your kind of like your daily skin routine looking like as of right now?
Oh man, so mine's a little extensive, so but it's fine. All right, so I hop in, do 4 dunks, my pool right there, first thing in the morning. It's like 39, 40. It's in the 40s here
Oh
in
man, wait,
Nevada.
where are you at?
Henderson, Nevada.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and so hop in there, 4-minute cold shower, come out here, breathing exercises, throw on the happy,
Mm-hmm.
do a little meditation, talk to mom, FaceTime, throw on the Pro Cleanser, rinse that off, derma roll, clay mask, sitting here, bang out emails in front of the Juve red light right here. This little guy.
Nice.
I don't know if you have one of these, but
Yeah.
I'd recommend it. And then and then I sit in front of that, I let it dry, and then I hop in the shower. I rinse it off with the meteorite scrub, which will be out soon. But it just helps, like, you know what I mean? It just rinsing off, scrubbing the mask
Right.
off. It kind of just, I mean, gives you this really, really intense
Oh yeah.
exfoliation that I would recommend that combination just a couple times a week tops. I would just go, 1 to 3 times a week with the mask, but I definitely do it more just because I'm used to it and it's not overly dry and harsh. But and then I follow with the gold serum, rinse it off. Well, excuse me, rinse clay mask off, scrub with the scrub, cold rinse, close the pores, and then I follow up with the gold serum and I apply that as needed throughout the day. The copper peptide in that really enhances the activity. There's a study on truthandaging.com that it just really works for the collagen synthesis during the collagen synthesis process with the red light. So we put that in the gold serum. So, as a matter of fact, I was going to make a product with Juve as like a little activator, but
Oh, cool.
yeah, I mean, make my own red light device actually. With their technology down the road, but and then just at night seal in the results in the most important time to do so, when you're in one position for hours with the night cream while you're sleeping. So,
Right.
and that's really thick. It has 2 different plant-derived stem cells, manuka honey. It's just I don't mind that it's there in the morning. You kind of because it's been just healing, hydrating, conditioning in the most important time. So, yeah, that's my daily routine. I got wherever I'm traveling because I was in Colombia for a few weeks and I didn't have any of my products.
Right.
And so because I kept giving them what I did, we went straight from the from the biohacking conference in Orlando to Colombia. But I gave cool. So I had a lot, but I kept giving it away to people that I met and stuff like that. So that's it's just such an important part of my how I feel, like my routine before I leave the door. Right. Like every day, and so you just feel good. It's just part of my routine that really started. I mean, it was way before the accident. You just want to prepare yourself, whether in any situation as far as professional. You just want to make sure you put in the work and are prepared. So. Right. Yeah.
And then also, I was going to ask with the clay mask, I notice a lot of times that it will leave the skin a little like flushed almost. Is that from the like actual scrubbing, like the abrasiveness, or is it just that it brings so much blood flow and stimulates the cells?
Yeah, that's all the blood. That's all that like especially the stagnant capillaries under that delicate under eye skin.
Right.
That's the blend of the 4 clays doing its work, bringing all that circulation and circulating those stagnant capillaries, getting that blood vessel constriction to the surface of the skin. And then when it dries, then that's when you get like that constrict. I do like these really like intense facial exercises to really get that blood flow all around face, neck, décolleté. And then it's that, and then the ascorbic acid as well. The vitamin C just really stimulating, brightening. That's what I just really feel like it over time. Not only are you exfoliating, not only are you removing impurities, dirt, oil, all of that, but you're increasing that blood flow that fills in those little fine lines and wrinkles and crow's feet, at least to just reduce the appearance, which, and then I swear I have less than I did in my early 20s.
Wow,
I mean, I wasn't doing anything, but I just, just seeing smart with my exfoliating. Some may say it's a little, I know a lot of estheticians that I've talked to say it's a little much that I do the mask, 5 times a week, seriously. And then, but I like how I feel. and my skin my skin reacts to it pretty well. So, I mean, I just want to stay the course, but I'm always, continuing, continuously researching, just different routines. What's next? We're going to make a little eye specific gel, a lip pumper,
nice.
a once a week skin activating treatment with little peptides. Yeah.
That's
going to be like a resurfacing at a cellular level. Yeah.
For the eyes, is that to get rid of like the darkness under the eyes and stuff, or what is that mainly for?
It's going to be specific for under eye, like fine lines and wrinkles.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
As far as for puffiness and dark circles, this is all theory, but I swear by it. If you get that mask up in there and just let the ingredients pull, don't get you don't want to disrupt the those capillaries are very delicate. Also, the skin is very thin right there.
Right.
I do it a lot. Some people don't recommend it, but I get it all up in there. I mean, I used to bartend till 3. My sleep schedule was horrible. My sleep right now isn't that good, but this is a nice little way to. It's a nice little way to counteract it. Just because stress, and at least you don't appear stressed.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Hey, Evan, I number one, I have to. I'm so sorry. I have to run.
No, you're good.
To, a dentist appointment, but I would love to continue this. So let's do a podcast. And yeah, I mean, again, I really appreciate you taking the time to shoot the video that you shot recently.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also that you're a fan of the products. This is my life. It's my why. It's my purpose. Everything that I do. And as soon as I wake up. So I just really appreciate you just spreading the word and inviting me on your platform to share my story.
Hey, no, thank you very much for joining us. I'm extremely grateful to have this time with you. And then, let's get you on the podcast. I'd love to have you on there. I'm really starting to try to bring in some more people as guests on there. So we'll get that going. And aside from that, I'm just going to keep promoting your products because they're awesome. And about to go order some of that, what is the pill, the Revitalize, right? And then some of that, more of the face mask. I mean, you get me pumped on it. So I'm about to go grab some.
Hey, no, absolutely. And also, can you please send me your mother's address? I want to get her some of the gold serum and a couple derma rollers to just see how that works,
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'll go ahead and I'll message Katya.
Sounds good. Hey, thanks again, man. Have a good rest of your day.
Hey, you as well. Thank you.
Thanks for joining.